Good evening, I'm GBPUSD. I'm the essentially you can find at the website www.fibstalker.com. I also post regularly on Twitter using the Fibstalker nickname. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, April the 1st, 2014, and it's 10 p.m. in time in Toronto. This video is a daily review for 4 of the major markets I follow, and is valid for tomorrow, April the 2nd. The 4 markets I'm going to review in this video are pound versus the US dollar, the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, and the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. So let's see. Let's start from the pound versus US dollar, which is the daily chart that you see on the screen. And do we remember that I actually identified a level of support in the sequence of measure move longs, and this was an area of support starting at 165.40 with a stop below 164.70, 473 here. But being this level, this level pierced here, program trading indicated that there is no intention to pick up this area at least on this time frame, on the weekly time frame, and so what I've been looking at was actually a short from previous highs to lows, and today we got a little bit of participation on the downside here. And when we moved to the 15 minutes, we also had a confirmation on the 15 minutes here. So what I'm looking for is a continuation lower here. Now let's see if we are going to get it, seeing the weakness in the dollar we are having at the moment. And I want to show you the 15 minutes here, and the 15 minutes gave us a very clear sequence of measure move. I'm going to provide this sequence to you. This is the same sequence I use in my fib stalking, the technique that I use to actually test support and resistance in a procedural way. And as we can see here, we had this first measure move, which were priced into first target and second target as well. Eventually, before the level of the area of resistance traded, and I'm going to trace the area of resistance here from the previous highs to lows here, and this is going to be from this level here to lows. And because I want to show on this time frame the area of resistance that we have starting at 166.43, and the price went into first and second target, and this area of resistance traded, but actually was not able to break the next measure move here. And the next measure move found participation at this area of support 165.99, and eventually broke price into first target. So that first target was still within this area of resistance, starting at 166.43, and then as we can see here today, we violated this next measurement. So this is the first indication for me that if this area is providing resistance, this resistance is strong enough to break the next measure move on the 15 minutes that we saw here. So this is the first indication of this resistance. Now we will need to see whether we are going to get a continuation lower here, and for me a confirmation will be if price stays below this level, this area of resistance on the 15 minutes, and this is excuse me, starting at 166.50 here. to 166.58. So we stay below 166.60 here, and I think we can get a continuation lower. If this 66.60 is pierced on the upside, there's a possibility that this whole area of resistance actually fails. We saw initial participation here, and after price went above within this area, we were able to break the next measure move, 15-minute measure move. So there is a good possibility for a continuation lower. Let's see what happens tomorrow. When we move to the Australian dollar versus US dollar, you will remember that also this market is in an area of resistance, and basically all the pairs which trade against the US dollar at the moment are in an area of resistance, and this is very clear in this market, and we will need to see whether this area of resistance, program trading participating on the short side on the weekly time frame, will be able to win longs here. And I want to show here a sequence of measure move, and the second target it's the high is 093.02, the second target was 093.15, so we didn't get it formally. However, we traded, as you know very well, we traded the measure move from lows to highs, and initially this measure move didn't work in this wedge, but then eventually started working. As you can see here, this inner measure move with the first target 195.95 and second target 092.90 here, and you will remember that I've indicated a very clear level of area of support here in this market. If we pierce that area, then this market is going to we can kiss goodbye this market long, and we're going to get a strong correction lower. Now you will remember that I use this level. I'm going to use a little bit more aggressive level here to model program trading, and this is just by observation here, and this is the area 092.15 where we saw a support. Now if we move below 091.97, there is a possibility for this large area of resistance that we saw above price here to start working and eventually push price lower. So 091.97, so 96 years, very aggressive. If you want to be less aggressive, we can actually look at this level just below it, 94.93, which is the level that we used yesterday. So 191.93 could be the level that we watch. I want to look at the 15 minutes here, because the 15 minutes also is providing us a very important information here to decide whether this is an area of resistance or not. And we just follow the sequence of measure moves on the 15 minutes, applying the fib stalking technique here. Highs to lows, we have participation at this 092.78, bringing price into first target here. We could make the case that we did it into the second target. I will be a little bit less aggressive in this market at the moment, because I want more confirmation. And if we want to leave a little bit of more leeway, we would say that we'll only have confirmation of support if we move above 092.61, and this would be actually a confirmation that now we are continuing higher. If we want to be more aggressive, you can also use the highs to lows here, and confirm long when price moves above this next level 092.44 here. So this would be the next level that confirms support, and then you could enter here and put a stop below lows and try to give a stop to this market on the up on the higher on the upside here. If we just continue lower and we pierce the level I gave you on the daily, this market is actually going to retrace a whole lot because it's into a level of an area of resistance on the weekly. The US dollar versus the Canadian dollar has been moving laterally on top of this weekly support 109.15. We want to know how I chose this level. Just review my weekly newsletter, and there's the explanation there. So at the moment we are still moving laterally here, and there is the possibility for this market to just continue lower. We didn't trade this area of resistance here. There is also an area of support below price, and this is why we are seeing this lateral move in the last 3 days, last 2-3 days, and this level is the lows to highs, and this is 110.51. So if we move below this level, we're going to retest this 109.15. So really a lot of indecision at the moment. That depends also on what the US dollar is going to do. And finally, the New Zealand dollar versus US dollar, we had a very nice continuation trade here. We know in this market we have an area of support below current below previous lows here, or 81.11. That's the when this area started, and after there was a confirmation again of this area of support, we had a sequence of measured move. We have first market picking up around this 82.64, and the market was brought into first target of 84.50 and second target of 85.47, and after that there was a continuation higher, and I recommended a trade here from highs to highs. The market went to the first target here, and then again there was another trade here which I recommended and I showed in my videos as well. This was support 81, 85.15, bringing price right into that first target. Now when that happens and market retraces, I mentioned in the last few days that we're going to look at the next measure move in the sequence. This would be from this anchor high to highs, and that's where we could see this price moving. 085.46 is the level, and of course currently the market is also trading a level of support, which is an inner measure move here from lows to highs, and we need to so we won't get to 85.46 if this area of support holds here. And in order to understand whether it holds or not, we use the Fib stalking timing technique, and want to look at the sequence on the 15 minutes short in this market. And when we look at that, we can see that we had lows to lows here, bringing price into first and second target. Then we had this small gap here, and was showing us that the anchor in this time frame has changed. It's very rare indeed. Instead of using this, I'm going to use the gap here, lows to lows, and as we can see, we had participation here, and this brought price into first target 86.87, second target 85.98 the pip, and then we had a retrace. So at the moment I'm going to use this same anchor to new lows, and this is for me the level we are currently trading. As you can see, this was traded with a front trend, bringing price into 085.86. So to me, the next level of the level that confirms supports at the moment would be this 086.11, and actually 086.18.19 would be the confirmation. We get above that level, and we could trade along with a stop below lows, and we could try a stab to new to continue move lower. If we stay below this 086.18.19 and we continue lower, we are going to I'm going to look at what is going to be price behavior into this 84, 85, 46. Hope this video is useful. I wish you a very good evening. Thank you for tuning up and watching this video. Have a great evening and a great continuation of your trading week. Bye bye now.